Xplane 11. I started working on the inside of the flight deck other than the exterior lighting. Give you an idea on where I am. I started with the clean Windows 7 install and a clean Sim-A install, and it seems to have removed quite a bit of the overhead problems that I was having. Anyway, I'll give you an idea on where I am. I run a checklist and a flow for most individuals that come and use the deck with me, which is right here. I use that for paired and for FSX. So I'm going to use it for Xplane 11 too, to see how far along we are. So those of you that have this, that have taken it from flightsim.com or whatever, you can follow along if you like. But I'm not done yet. We're just getting started. All right, DC voltmeter to back. Just going to come up to back. Battery switch on guarded. Now she lights up the flight deck before it didn't do anything. So the pump switch is off. I got it like 1 or 2 o'clock. 18 bleed switch set. Let's leave that off for right now. We're going to go to unconditioned air. So we're going to put 18 bleed switch here on. Left and right back switches auto. And isolation valve to open. And then you can hear we're getting air coming into the flight deck. Just like B3D and FSX. Landing gear is down 3 green. You can't see it down here, but you've got the indicators up here as well. Fire warning test. Fire warning test. Down here. I don't know if it's going to be in focus, but I just want to give you an idea and that it does work. I'll fall in up and I'll fire warning. Alright, ground power. Ground power is already connected. If it wasn't, I can do that from the FMC or from the dispatcher station. We're going to connect ground power. As you can see, battery is discharging right now. AC side just popped up. Battery discharge is now. You can check that we have ground power. And if we remove ground power, we lose the AC side and we don't get any indications here, so it's doing pretty good. iOS mode select is to nav. Let me make sure there's something right on where you can see it. Now do what you're supposed to and go to a line. Emergency exit light switch here. As you can see, the lights don't come on. I have to toggle this switch in order to get it to work. That's something that's going to have to be looked into. It's just not resetting itself. But it does come on and it will go off once it's reset. Air conditioning panel. I'm going to take the trim off. We'll get an indication on the main panel here. See this. But when we have that off, you look at the main panel, you see we have the air conditioning light on the right hand side here. Right here. Turn the trim air back on. This is the indicator light on the main train. And just like prepared and in FSX, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but we now have a countdown on the display to align time. Right now we're looking at 3 minutes and 26 seconds before it aligns. We're going to start with the aft overhead here. ELT will come on and we will get an indicator light down by the train, indicating that there's no open. That's open. This is working. Don't light interface. We take our EC switches off with those two bolts. Both of them. We should. Oxygen. We also get the indicator overhead on the top. Flight recorder. On. Mark 2. Possible warning. Get down. Listen to it down. From here, we continue down to the overhead. Remove the camera. Standby flight controls AMD are off. Off with the flash off. Down. Spoilers AMD. On guard. Go down, as you can see, it's on. Turn this off and come on. On. Go come back. Normal. Displays of auto. Normal. Off cross. V. We turn this on. We'll go right. We'll go in. Like it should. And back. As it should. Alright. Fuel pump switches off. Electrical panel is needed, battery, ground power is on now. This is on, galley power on. Here we'll slide over to electrical cooling. It's both set for normal. Emergency exit lights are on. Our seatbelt fasten, seatbelt signs are on. From here we have our attendant ground call. These both work. Window heat. On, they come on, we can test our overheat, and we'll recycle the switches. We're going to do our pro heat test, and it'll go out, come back on, which it does. Wing anti-ice off, electrics off. Our indicator lights here, with the doors and all the entrance ways, service ways and whatnot. I have them set up with the anti-collision light, but they have them set up with Sim-A, that does work. Turn this on. Begin to button itself up. Matter of fact, that should begin to button itself up. Let's see what else we have. Pressurization valve. I don't have a cap. So. Continuing with the overhead panel up by the air conditioning, like I said earlier. I don't have AC hooked up to this doing anything. So, but the trim air does give me an indicator on the dual train when it's off. These are set to auto again, they don't do anything. Bleed air, auto. This is open because we're on conditioned air. We'll go to auto once we go on the APU. Our bleeds are on, APU is off. Our body, wing body overheat, we can actually test here. Indicators come on as well as on the dual trainer. Our flight altitude, that'll get set either one of a couple of ways. I can set it manually, dial it up to the flight altitude. I can have Sim-Avionics enter it automatically when I set up the flight management computer. Or once it's entered into the flight management computer, if I don't want to dial it up, just have it automatically go in when I put it in. I can just come up here and just tap that little button in like that and then we'll put it in. It's a nice little feature on Sim-A. Landing altitude would go in there. If we're not on auto, and we're on alternate or we're on manual, we will get the indicator lights, depending on what we're using. Down at the light panel, the lights aren't set up yet outside. I was working on a different model because they weren't included. And after doing all that work, I realized that that model's not going to work with this flight deck. So I'm now working with the EADT, and I'm going to have to look into that whole section. The one good thing is that they are made for the aircraft already. Now it's just getting the buttons to work between Sim-A and Xplane 11. Engine start selector, left, right, depending on what flight it is. First flight of the day, we'll start with the left. Next flight, go to the right, and back and forth. The rest of these lights, like I said, are off. And if we come down here real quick, I'll show you. We can check the oxygen down here, which I need. Right here. Okay, so that does work as well. Now let me get that speed brake handle out of the way. That is one of the issues with hydraulics. It would be nice if we can get a script in the future that if we don't have hydraulic power, that the flaps and whatnot don't work. Right now they do, whether there's hydraulic power or not. But limitations. All right. What I really like about this feature in the FMC is all of my saved flight plans from prepared in FSX actually work in Xplane. And if we can come in here and put in a company route. Now right now we're at Miami. Actually we're at Tampa. Alright, so let's put in Tampa. Take a look and see what company routes here. Select. And you can see I have 43 routes ready. Here are all the routes. I don't know if I have anything in here from Tampa. Oh, we do. Tampa to Dallas. There we go. Tampa. We're going to request this flight plan. We got it. Now we can either purge that out and do another search, enter our own, or we can actually load this flight plan. So we're going to load it. We're going to activate it. Execute that. And we're going to move to our preferences. Another feature I like, I can actually just come in here, pop those buttons a couple of times and put them in for me. Of course, the next and 3. Insufficient fuel. Okay. Well, we're not going anywhere anyway. Execute that. And 1 minute. Climb. Take off. I will put in our CG. We'll put in our flat spot. And then we'll put in our V-speeds here. And we're at 138. That's a nice little feature. Alright, so let's say we programmed our flight management computer and we're going to move on. Might be a little hard to see from this angle, but the pedestal radios, nav radios are set to campus runway 1, and I'm sitting right on the runway. And you can see 108.9, 108.9, and you can see we're lined up with the runway on the display. Communication radios also work like they did in FSX and prepared. 123.50, we changed comm frequencies. Now that the comm and nav radios are set, we're going to move on up to the EPIS panel. This pretty much worked right out of the box. Everything here works. I didn't have to change anything. The normal displays like it should on the nav display. I had to do a little bit of work with the motor control panel, but she's stable for the most part, but it does need more work. Alright, flight director switches do work, auto throttle does work. She does hump a little bit, and I do have an issue where she'll oscillate in cruise, so that needs to be looked at. First off, it says EPIS panel also works, no problems right out of the box. Flap indicators do match what I have here on the flaps. Like I said, you don't need hydraulics. and they do work. That's an issue we'll have to work on in the future, eventually. But they do work like they're supposed to. Once in a blue moon, I'll get the leading edge flash will stay on for some reason. I'll have to look into it. Maybe the pots are getting a little sloppy now. These have been in here for a little while. So. We move on down to the throttle quad, speed brake is up, flaps are up. I'll take off the big warning. It does work like it should. Reverses are not going to work now. The engine's on. Parking brake does work. Over the indicator light. My fuel cutoffs and engine starters do work. They're a little sloppy. I have a bit of a problem with the EGT, not getting any indications there. But things to look at in the future. Our bottles do work. Cargo heat does work, and the indicators pop up on top. Our rudder trim does work with Xplane 11. I can set this and it will operate correctly. The flight door lock, auto to deny, back and forth does work. I do get an extra sound going back to unlock every now and then, but it's a minor thing. Ground proximity test. We have a long test and a short test. This is the short test. Get rid of the radios so you can hear it.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear, terrain, terrain, full up. Sink brake, full up.
Alright, so we now have our zero fuel weights, our N1s, our V speeds, stabilizer trim is set, and we're going to start the APU now. So our fuel pumps are going to come on, and we're going to start the APU. Now you can see it's on, but we do have a low pressure indicator because it's not running. Start, we'll get an indicator here. Low pressure indicator will eventually go off once we have pressure, which is up and running. We now have APU power. And you can see now. Alright, so the APU is up and running. You can tell we disconnect the ground power from outside. And after we wait a minute, we would turn on our feed air. So we come to and the air is on. Alright, air conditioning warning because we have to come on here, tell them disconnect. Disconnect. Power and disconnect the air. You can see power indicator light. Okay. We're now ready for engine start. Oh, we just got pushed back. We were actually doing this in its flight. And we got the okay to start the engines. So, we're going to take our packs, turn them on. The anti-collision light's coming on. Like I said before, you'll see this lights will actually turn off. And we're going to start the engine, start with number 2. But she is up and running. And we'll do the same thing. Come on. That's the caution recall. If we missed anything, it would be lit up on here. And as you can see, we do have an issue. Here's an issue now. And so that's see that? Let's try it again. There you go. Working like it's supposed to. That's why they make checklists. Alright, let's see. Where are we here? Engine wing on the ice, okay. Exterior lights, engine stop is needed. Master caution recall we just did, auto throttle. We're using the arm. Engine oil quantity we're going to check. Flap set for takeoff. It's about flaps now to 5. You'll see that there's motion here and there's also motion up here as well. There you go. At this point, we can come over to our systems and check our flight controls. Flight controls look pretty good. From here, we're up to before takeoff. So that's pretty much where I'm at right